When we got the call for Carson, they called us and said that they had a little girl who needed a home. And so I called Chris right away and asked him if he felt like becoming a daddy today.
My son is Truett, and he is a year and 5 months old now. I decided to place Truett in adoption because I was not ready. I did not have a mother and a father for my baby, and I know that that's really important.
My name is Sydney Norton.
My name is Chris Norton, and we've been married for 11 years.
When we were first married, we always dreamed of having kids.
We just always pictured having a family and being close to God, just doing all the family things.
When we decided to start trying for a family, we've been married for 2 years. I think, 6 years passed? And
6 years passed.
We tried for 6 years. We waited, and so we had to make the decision on what to do and how to deal with infertility.
Adoption was such a huge issue for us because we just thought we wanted to put our money and use our resources to give a home to a child who needed that and to grow our family that way. We thought that was God's calling for us, and so that's the direction we decided to go.
So I started researching. I'd made phone calls. We talked. We had several couple friends that had adopted, and so we'd talk to them and found out about the agencies they used or the resources they used, and just tried to gather as much information as possible. And one day I just kind of hit a wall, and I was so overwhelmed with all of this information. And we had one more friend that we were supposed to meet that night who had adopted, and so I told Chris, I said, I hope our friend went through special delivery, because I've read about them on the web and I'm really interested in their organization. I love their Christ-centered focus and I really want to know more about them, and I hope that's who our friend used. And so she showed up, she shared her experience with us, and she had all of the paperwork from special delivery and said, well, we use special delivery and I brought you the paperwork just in case. And so we just felt like that was the right decision.
Whenever I first started considering adoption, I only went to one agency because I was kind of closed-minded about it, because I wondered if I can't do adoption and I don't feel right about it, then I'm just gonna grow up and be a single mother. I went to the agency and I felt so at home. The staff made me feel welcomed and I didn't have anything to worry about. So I kept going back, and I felt this peace whenever I was there that is where I was supposed to be. That was where my son was going to find his family.
We never were privileged enough to get to meet our birth mother. I believe she chose to have a closed adoption or semi-open adoption where, if there were any contact, it was just through the agency and through getting updates.
Part of Carson's story is we want her to know that she has a birth mother out there that loved her enough to carry her to full term and to give her what she herself couldn't provide at that time. And I just think that's the ultimate sacrifice.
The adoption process has been amazing and a huge blessing for all of us. Currently, I still see my relationship growing with the adoptive couple and with Truett. And honestly, to see Truett smile and to see him be so happy, it's like positive reassurance that I've done the right thing for him. And it's awesome to know that he's so happy and that he loves where he is. And to also know that I'm going to be a part of his life and I'm going to get to see him grow up and he's going to know who I am his entire life. That helps me. I'm glad that he knows me. And I think that unique relationship is with every birth mother who places her baby in adoption. Because there's a bond there that you can't ignore between a mother and a child.
It was just neat. We built a place for her. We prepared the nursery for her, and then we just waited and longed for her to be in that room.
We have an inscription on her wall that says, before you were here, we dreamed of you and prayed for you, and now that you're here, we love you and we thank God for you. And that's so true, and we love her so much. We thank God every day for her.